This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a better route planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? In this video I'm going to show you guys the charging curve of the Ford Mach-E. I showed it before, but previously the Mach-E at 80% will go dog slow. It's almost pointless to go past 80%. It will take only 11 kilowatt. Well, things have improved. So I'll just roll the tape now. I can show you guys to the left here. We have the newest and greatest charging session. And then at the bottom, we have the one from last year. And you see that actually it charges faster now initially. And then, but then eventually the old session to the right starts to catch up. And then surprisingly now, it goes slower. So only 105 kilowatt versus 112 kilowatt. By the way, now we use car scanner to the left here. And we see what actually goes into the battery. Whereas the Mach-E to the right is also included some losses or maybe even battery heater. Yeah, because battery heater is active. You can see on the left here we have 45 degrees in the HBB CIT. It's basically a high voltage battery inlet temperature. Yes, that's it, that's what it is. So it was actually heating up the battery a little bit to get better charging speed. But you can see also that the charging session here is kind of cold, only 28 degrees Celsius. The car could choose to go hotter, but it doesn't do that. Okay, maybe, I'm not sure, but I don't think that the battery is too cold, because many batteries with these kind of pouch cells, they prefer actually starting around 25 degrees Celsius, and they don't like being too hot. You will see now during the charging session, it's not that hot. But also I included EQV. I almost forgot to mention EQV. It's also a 100 kilowatt hour battery, just like these two other ones. The Mach-E is 99 kilowatt hours, so close enough. And also EQV has a similar available energy, also roughly 84 kilowatt hour, and then the Mach-E is 86 kilowatt hour. So they are kind of neck and neck on that one. And you will see now how the EQV compares to the other ones. I just had to throw in something in the mix here. And also you see that the car is actually charging slower than the Mach-E. It's going only at 78 kilowatt versus 84, 83 before. It was as if the charging session previously was optimized to go fairly fast to 80% and then just plummet. But okay, so again, like I said, the temperature, you see that the temperature goes slightly up now, but the car is actually cooling down the battery. How do you know? Well, because the 18, that's the inlet, by the way, 18 degrees Celsius, that's the inlet. So it now actively cools down the battery. So this car doesn't want the battery to be much hotter than roughly 35 degrees. Whereas I've seen other cars go to up to 50 degrees. What was it again? Yeah, the MEB cars. Yeah, it was the ID5 or the Skoda Enyaq. They went to 50 degrees Celsius. This one only 35. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but right now, wow, this is quite neck and neck. EQV and Mach-E, they are actually neck and neck now. The Mach-E has a higher peak power in the beginning, but then the EQV has a flatter curve, typical German electro auto. But at this point, you see that the Mach-E, the old Mach-E, has a slight lead over the new Mach-E. I'm not sure what else to say really. What else can I? Yeah, and also I also showed the energy here, by the way, the one that ticks up here. So it's the available energy. But keep in mind that at 0% state of charge, the blue square there on the top left, the energy will not be 0 kilowatt hour. In order to go to 0 kilowatt hour, you have to go below it, maybe like minus 4% or something, which is then the HBB SoC in the one in the middle there. That one is the true state of charge, and then you have the state of charge, I guess, in the display. But okay, so not much going on here. Still a slight lead, but actually at this point, it's more neck and neck with the new and the old charging session. And as for the EQV, well, actually kind of neck and neck there also. Wow, the Mach-E has a slight lead, even to 70%. Well, it's the old Mach-E, not the new Mach-E. But yeah, so also I feel like these cars, the three cars I show you here in the comparison, they have somewhat gentle charging curve, not too aggressive. I've seen way more aggressive charging curves at 100 kilowatt hour packs, but I chose this one because then otherwise it would be kind of boring to have the comparison, right? But you will see what's happening at the 80% soon at the top there. There. You see the speed plummets, 12 kilowatt. At this point, you just have to leave. It goes so slow. If you're Laderstau, then you're taking up the slot and you're charging slower than the rapid gating leaf. 11 kilowatt, yeah, why not? It goes so slow. So in a way, you can say that when you are fast charging on a long trip, just pay attention, by the way, that it was around 44 minute mark that we hit 80%. Then it's just useless, really. You can't utilize the rest if you are DC charging. Of course, for AC charging, that's a different story. But with now the new charging curve, you see that now, oh yeah, the new curve takes a little lead here, almost. Yeah, it does. There. 35-36 kilowatt, that is way better. And this year I also saw a Mach-E charge past 80% during Ladestar, and lots of people were bitching, oh shit, what the heck is that guy doing, and ignorant, he's a selfish bastard. Well, it turns out that it has the new charging curve, that Mach-E, this year, so it was not getting 11 kilowatt. Fortunately, it was getting at least 36 kilowatt. And where is the threshold? By the way, I forgot to show you guys, the EQE hit 90% now. Yes, took 50 minutes, but it's at 90%, so it's just flexing there. I didn't charge EQE past 90%, but I will just show you now that the old Mach-E was so dog slow that it was just pointless. You see how slow it is. The new Mach-E has a huge lead now. It's charging 3.5 times faster than the old Mach-E, so this is way better in my opinion. Okay, it goes slightly faster to 80%. Yeah, okay, I'll take it, but at least now you'll be able to utilize more than just 80% in case you fast charge. You can actually go to 90% even. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. What else can I report? That okay, you see now this time the HVBCIT, that thing, that 32 degrees Celsius, this one indicates that the cooling has stopped. I also kind of remember it, that the cooling stopped. I didn't hear any fans. It's now the charging power is so low that it doesn't need any active cooling, so it's just kind of hanging in there. But it still wants the battery to be on between 30 and 34 degrees Celsius. But soon enough you will see that the Mach-E to the right still charges dog slow, and we are talking about over 1 hour charging session here. Yeah, but at one point with that charging session, I would just give up, and I will at 85% pretty much now. At a 65-minute mark roughly, it will stop ticking because I gave up. It was taking way too long. But just in comparison now, you will see that the reason why I kept charging with the new Mach-E is that I want to see the speed, because it went actually fairly fast. You see 32 kilowatt at 95%. That's not too bad. Okay, now it started throttling. That's the one I want to see. I cam for a little bit extra. Okay, I stop at 85% on the right side, but on the left side, you see we are still taking something here. But I wanted to see, for you guys who drive a Mach-E on a long trip and you want to go to no man's land, how far can you go? I say to roughly 96-97% seems to be okay. Seems to be okay speed. And here we have the data. You can find this in the description, video description. I have all the results for you. And like I showed you initially, you see the new session is slightly faster off the line, but then already at 15% it just plummets, and then it stays kind of low, and it actually stays lower than the old session throughout the whole session. Maybe that's like a sacrifice. Well, actually here you see it's kind of neck on neck, but maybe that's what they needed to do. They just tuned the charging curve slightly so it won't damage the battery. You see it's charging kind of more or less the same as before, but at one point no here no wait, is it, yeah okay it's actually, yeah, no here roughly here at 72% roughly, it starts going slower for a little bit, but then yeah, at 80% it just plummets. But then the new session can actually maintain okay speed. And I guess we can compare this. We have this big ass table here. How many other cars can take 39 kilowatt at 90%? Okay, EQE, but that's a German car. Okay, but here, yeah, the GTX. Okay, that's a smaller battery. That's Porsche is cheating. BMW. Okay, maybe it's not, but at least you see that 39 kilowatt here is on par with many other cars with slightly smaller battery. Yeah, so it means that this charging curve is probably kind of conservative, not too aggressive, but it should mean that you don't have to worry too much about charging your Mach-E to even 90, fast charging it, yeah, DC fast charging it, even to 95-96%, because as you guys saw, the battery temperature was quite low throughout the charging session. So I feel like with this one, you're not killing the battery with fast charging, but you are probably doing it with some of the other cars here. For example, the Porsche or the Mercedes or some of the other ones that has this eco charge mode thing that goes less aggressive for some reason. But here I will show you also So this is to visualize it better. So let me see. This is okay. The red is the old one. This is the new one. Yeah. So you see, it was kind of faster throughout the line. Here it falls on the same level, and then the old one just pew, and the new one still gets okay charging speed here. So in terms of C rating, it's not too aggressive, but yes, now you guys have seen it. So what do you guys think? Do you prefer the old charging session to go slightly faster, like a couple of minutes faster, 80%, or do you prefer the new charging session, which then allows you to charge to 90-95% on a fast charger? I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.